Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Inspire English podcast. I am your host, Emily, and I am so excited to be here with you today.
And I am David. Hello, Emily. Hello, listeners. Emily, you seem very energetic today.
I am David. Today, we are going to talk about something we all experience, weekdays.
Weekdays. You mean Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday?
Exactly. The days when we usually work or go to school. Even though they happen every week, each day has a very different feeling.
That is true. Monday feels very different from Friday. So let's start at the beginning. Let's talk about Monday.
Monday is the start of the work week. For many people, this is a difficult day.
Yes, it is hard to wake up early after a relaxing weekend.
We actually have a common idiom for that feeling. We call it the Monday blues.
The Monday blues? What does that mean exactly?
Well, the color blue often represents sadness in English. So if you have the Monday blues, it means you feel a little sad or tired because the weekend is over and you have to go back to work.
I think I have the Monday blues sometimes. Okay, so we survive Monday. What comes next?
Next is Tuesday. Tuesday is usually a productive day. You are awake, you are working, and you are busy. But then we get to Wednesday.
Wednesday is the middle of the week, right?
Yes, and because it is the middle, we have a very funny name for it. We call Wednesday Hump Day.
Hump Day? Like the hump on a camel's back?
Yes, exactly like a camel. Imagine the week is like a hill or a mountain. Monday and Tuesday, you are climbing up the hill. It is hard work.
Okay, I can visualize that. So Wednesday is the top of the hill?
Correct. Wednesday is the top, or the hump. Once you get past Wednesday afternoon, you are going downhill.
And going downhill is easier than going up.
Exactly. So when people say Happy Hump Day, they mean congratulations, you have finished the hardest part of the week.
That is a very useful idiom. I will use that next Wednesday. So after we cross the hump, we have Thursday.
Thursday is a day of anticipation. You know the weekend is coming soon.
It is almost like a pre-Friday.
Yes, a pre-Friday. People are usually tired on Thursday, but they are hopeful. And then, finally, the best day arrives.
Friday.
Yes, Friday is everyone's favorite weekday. The atmosphere in the office or at school usually changes. Everyone is happier.
Is there a special phrase for Friday too?
Oh yes, this is one of the most famous acronyms in English. We say TGIF. TGIF.
What does that stand for?
It stands for Thank God It's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. I like that. It shows how relieved people are to finish working.
Exactly. On Friday evenings, people usually like to kick back.
Kick back? Does that mean to kick something with your foot?
No, not quite. To kick back is a casual phrasal verb. It means to relax completely. Imagine sitting in a big chair and putting your feet up. You are kicking back.
I love to kick back on Friday nights. Maybe order a pizza and watch a movie.
That sounds perfect. So, David, let's review the week. We start with the Monday blues.
Then we climb up the hill until we reach Hump Day on Wednesday.
Then we slide into Thursday, and finally we shout TGIF on Friday.
And then we kick back and enjoy the weekend.
You've got it. Weekdays can be busy, but understanding the rhythm of the week helps us get through it.
This was a great lesson, Emily. I think I appreciate Wednesdays a little more now.
I am glad to hear that. To our listeners, thank you for listening. We hope you have a wonderful week, no matter what day it is.
Goodbye, everyone.
Speak slowly and practice often. Today, we have a very useful topic for everyone listening. We are going to talk about the weekend.
That is right. In English conversation, asking, "How was your weekend?" is one of the most common ways to start a conversation. It happens in the office, at school, and between friends.
Exactly. It is a great way to build a connection. So, David, we are going to model a natural conversation for our listeners. I have to ask, how was your weekend?
It was wonderful, Emily. Thank you for asking. My weekend was very low-key.
Oh, that is a great phrase, low key. Can you explain what that means for our listeners?
Of course. When we say something is low-key, it means it was relaxed, quiet, and not very busy. I didn't have any big plans. I just wanted to recharge my batteries.
Recharge your batteries. I love that idiom. It means to rest so you can get your energy back, just like charging a phone. So what did you do to recharge?
Well, on Saturday morning, I decided to sleep in.
Ah, the best feeling in the world. To sleep in means to wake up later than you usually do, right?
Exactly. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. for work, but on Saturday, I didn't get out of bed until 10 a.m. It was glorious. After that, I just pottered around the house.
Pottered around. That is a very natural British and American phrase. It means doing small, easy tasks without rushing, like watering plants or tidying up a bookshelf.
Precisely. I watered my plants, made a large cup of coffee, and read a book for 2 hours. I felt like a bit of a couch potato, but I needed it.
There is nothing wrong with being a couch potato sometimes. That idiom describes someone who sits on the sofa or couch and watches TV or relaxes for a long time. Did you go out at all?
I did go out on Saturday evening. I met an old friend for dinner. We went to that new Italian restaurant downtown. The pizza really hit the spot.
Hit the spot. That means it was exactly what you wanted or needed, right? Usually we use it for food or drink.
Yes, the food was delicious and the conversation was great. But enough about my quiet weekend. Emily, knowing you, your weekend was probably packed.
You know me too well, David. Yes, my weekend was incredibly busy. It was jam-packed.
Jam-packed. That means completely full, with no empty space. What did you do?
Well, I am an early bird, so I woke up at 6 a.m. on Saturday.
6 a.m. on a Saturday? That is too early for me.
I know, but I wanted to go hiking. I drove to the mountains with my sister. The weather was perfect, sunny but with a cool breeze. We hiked for about 4 hours.
That sounds exhausting, but also very rewarding. Did you take many photos?
Hundreds. The view from the top was breathtaking, but by the time we finished, I was starving. We stopped at a diner to grab a bite.
To grab a bite. That is a very common casual phrase for getting some food quickly. What did you eat?
I had a massive burger. After all that exercise, I felt I deserved it. But honestly, David, by Saturday night, I was ready to crash.
To crash means to go to sleep very quickly because you are extremely tired.
Exactly. I was asleep by 9 p.m., but then Sunday was also busy. I had to run errands.
Running errands. That is important vocabulary. Can you list some examples of errands?
Sure. Errands are the small jobs you need to do outside the house. So I went grocery shopping, I went to the post office to mail a package, and I took my car to the car wash. It wasn't fun, but it was productive.
It feels good to be productive. It helps you prepare for the week ahead. Speaking of the week ahead, do you ever get the Sunday scaries?
The Sunday scaries. That is a very modern term. That is the feeling of anxiety or nervousness you get on Sunday evening when you think about going back to work on Monday.
Yes, I think many of our listeners recognize that feeling. Did you have the Sunday scaries yesterday?
A little bit, but I have a routine to help with that. I like to meal prep. I cook my lunches for the week on Sunday night. It helps me feel organized.
That is a smart idea. Being prepared helps reduce stress.
So, David, looking back at our conversation, we have two very different styles of weekends. You had a relaxing, low-key weekend, and I had an active, productive weekend.
And both are perfectly fine. That is the beauty of the weekend. It is your time to do what makes you happy.
Before we finish, let's review the key vocabulary we used today. I will say the phrase, and David, you give a short definition. Ready?
I am ready.
First, low-key.
Relaxed, not busy, and quiet.
Second, to sleep in.
To wake up later than usual in the morning.
Third, couch potato.
A funny phrase for someone who spends a lot of time sitting and watching TV.
Fourth, hit the spot.
Something that was exactly what you needed or wanted.
usually food. Fifth, early bird, a person who likes to wake up early in the morning. And finally, to run errands, to go out and do necessary tasks like shopping or banking. Perfect. Listeners, we hope you enjoyed this conversation. We encourage you to practice. Try to describe your last weekend out loud. Was it low-key or was it jam-packed? Thank you for listening to English Easy Talk. We will see you next time. Have a great week, everyone. Goodbye.